Hey, howdy folks. Welcome back to the shed on this lovely Sunday. How's everybody? I'm doing okay. Um, Health's looking good. Running today the Great Northern Railway Stirling single with the new coaches that Richard got for the said Stirling single. So, yeah, it's looking good. I'll adjust my angle a little bit. Hello, Brian. Let me put this down now. My usual greeting for Brian. There you go. How are you, mate? Howdy, Peter. Welcome in. Another cold Sunday. But at least it's not hacking it down. Richard's just outside the door actually doing some weeding. So he's working on the P-way. It's Peter West. You're doing okay, Brian. That's good. Okay, good morning, Chris. Is it morning? No, it's afternoon. Sorry about that. Ah, yes, you went to Stratfold Barn. Whereabouts was that, Brian? It sounds like West Midlands, anyway. Yes, Chris, nice to have you aboard. Just behind me, somewhere in the next 30 seconds, you'll see the Great Northern Railway Stirling single with the Hornby coaches that we got for it. Looking good at the moment. Tamworth. That's Staffordshire, right? Yeah, there she goes. Hey, I'll give you a closer look. Let me just unhitch my little camera. Here we go. Hello, Colin. Colin's engaged. Just remind me what you're going to call your layout, Colin. Tom Couples, welcome in. Nice to see you. Woodthorpe International, that's it. I know you have trouble remembering it, and so do I, mate. Sorry about that, but it is a bit of a mouthful. Perhaps you ought to call it Woody Int. No, not really. You call it what you wish. It's as with all of us, it's rule one, and we all have our idiosyncrasies about what we do with our railways and yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. Railways are fun. They're supposed to be fun. They're not supposed to be ugly. So it's a matter of sit down, kick off your shoes, and well, not in this weather. 4. Yeah, Woodthorpe International. So those of you who haven't gone over to Colin's channel, do take a look. It's in Engage, but then you can pack a lot more in. Dave BNSF N scale. Yes, it will be good morning from Wisconsin, USA. Now, Dave, you didn't get any problem from the tornadoes, did you? Hi, Andy. Nice to see you. Andy Dobson is in the house. It's nice set outside. Oh, you're not in Spain at the moment, are you, Colin? Yeah. Yeah, let's see how many Andys we can pack in today. Are we all good? So far, so good. Well, I think we all ought to go where Colin is. He's actually got the sunny weather. Not here, further south. Okay, well, that's a bit of a relief because that was looking pretty nasty there. In fact, it was pretty nasty. A lot of deaths, a lot of damage. Awful, actually. I do feel for the people that have a tornado drop on them. I know it's indiscriminate where it's going to hit, but it doesn't make it any easier. That's the only thing with these. What have we got? These are all four-wheel carriages. They do make an odd sound going over the track joints. Instead of da-da-da-da, you get click, 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 click. It's a bit odd, actually. I'm not sure if you're picking that up or not. Dave BNSF had another inch of snow, but it'll melt soon. Well, that's a bit of a relief. Get your sledge out again. Yeah, I wish it was mine, but this one belongs to Richard. It's the Sterling single. Let's see if I can get it to run a little slower as it comes past. This is the Rapido Sterling single with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hornby coaches behind it, four-wheelers. They do look rather nice. Yeah, Rapido did a base. It's got this huge driving wheel, but they didn't stop there. What they did is they managed to gear the smaller wheel, which is sitting under the huge driving wheel. That's great. Okay. Right, Brian, I'll make you a moderator if that's okay. So the next time Brian comes up, you'll be in charge of the masses. As I've actually met you face to face and I know exactly what you're like, old chap. There you go. So the next time you come into the chat, Brian, you should add a spanner by the side of your name. Hello, James. Nice to see you. I think James was well out of the tornado alley, so miles and miles away. Doesn't make it any easier watching that kind of thing, but there was an awful lot of mayhem. The power. Now, Brian, don't let it go to your head. Otherwise, if you chuck them all out, we'll have nobody left. Not that you would. The power of the spanner or wrench. We ought to call it a wrench, as we've got our North American brothers in with us. Yeah, laugh out loud. You're a spanner. Yeah, but Brian, in the nicest possible way. Now, Brian, did you hear that Anthony Dodge was, it don't sound right. No, perhaps not. But you make a bloody good wrench, mate. Anthony Dodge was thinking of coming over for the Great Electric Train Show at Milton Keynes in October. I'm just wondering if you fancy coming along to it, because the more YouTubers and general good guys we can pack in there, the more we can impress the old man. That didn't sound good either. Here we go. Thought he was coming to 2025. No, I think it's actually going to be this year. He's talking about coming over this year. So from now, which is what, April, not April the 1st, I'm not given to doing April Fool's jokes because they can get out of hand. So I avoid April Fool's jokes because if they're a little too subtle. Who is the elder of the two Andys? Well, I don't know. I'm 1963. So Andy Dobson, give us a birthday. You got to let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, if you can make it, Brian, I'd obviously like to see you again. And Gets is a pretty good show. It's not the biggest, but it seems to be the best proportioned show. Oh, between me and Mr. Dodge, I got a feeling I'm about a year older. I think Mr. Dodge is 58 and I'm 59. I think. Oh, okay. So you're not going to go to Worley, which, forgive me if I'm geographically bereft, but I think Worley is in your backyard, am I not much mistaken? Yeah, James, you're probably the oldest. You're probably 60. Teddy Bear, the fat hair controller, is sat outside. Okay. I don't know what to say to that, Colin. 70. James, you can't be 70. You don't look 70. Yeah, it's always the cost, Brian. I just wish they'd set it at a $5 and just say, come in and spend what you like. Brian's 47. Yeah, well, what's in Tom Couples? 74 plus. Are you being economic there, Tom? Oh, Colin's 62. Colin's got the edge on me. Or is that 1962? Would you put a year on me? Ah, Lee's in the house. Hello, Lee. '61 born, right? Okay. Well, we're in the same era. We looked at the same stuff on the telly. That's when the telly was good. We probably grew up on Triang and the last vestiges of Hornby 00. So, and we probably played with the same Matchbox Superfast cars, and we were watching the same American cartoons, like I don't know, what was it? What was the mouse and Autocat? Yeah, Thunderbirds, Stingray, and all that kind of stuff. Motor Mouse and Autocat, and obviously Scooby Doo. So really, we had it pretty good. We had such a variety. You had everything from Morecambe and Wise to who's the singer? Andy Williams. You're working on the build. You're still working on that, Lee. You must be just perfecting it now because you've got most of it built. You'll be doing this live at 5. So anybody, if you want to see Lee tearing it up with his friends on there, that'll be the place to be. Anything can happen in the next half hour. Yeah, absolutely. Commander Shaw. Right, I'll give you a slightly different angle. Here we go. On the vomit cam. There we go. I don't know what that was, Chris, but you've obviously done a bit of wrong spelling there, so I'll give you a couple of minutes to get that sorted out. Palm Sunday Mass at 10 a.m. What time is it with you now, James? Now, Tom, those buffers are either, I think they're the Hornby variety that I use. They may be the Pico ones, but they're just end stops. 8:20. Okay, James. Well, if you have to go, you have to go. It's always great to see you in here. 7:21. Well, I'm sorry to knock you out of bed like that, Dave. Now, Chris, your dad had 00. I remember peeping over the baseboard at the painted plaster of Paris scenery. Yeah, plaster of Paris, eh? Yeah. What was it? Chicken wire and paper mache. Oh, the dogs get you up. Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, they have to do their business and such. And it's a case of as soon as it gets daylight, the animals are up with the cock at 6 o'clock, to coin a phrase. Right, I'm going to sideline our little. Where are we? Number 9. There. Right, okay. I'm going to sideline our little GNR, and I'm going to bring out the big boys in DCC. Not big boy as in big boy, but the bigger boys than this one. Right, let's get on the controller. See if they derail over the double slip. What about, I didn't uninsulate it. Right, road number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I could stop it with this. There we go. Right, now in theory, that should be isolated, and the rest of it doesn't matter. So if I can isolate those now, then I'll unship that one. Right, let's change it over to DCC and see what happens. Forgive me a minute, guys. Lexington Steel, yeah. That's funny. What's your plans for the future of my layout? Oh, okay. Just to keep nibbling away at it, Brian. There's going to be nothing drastic unless Richard approaches me and says, I'd really like to do this, that, or the other. And then we can always tear it up and start again. But I'll just keep adding bits as and when. Do the colour light signalling in the other direction. I want to put in some shunting lights. Hi, Dino. Nice to see you. There's a convert to Märklin. Right, let's get some DCC out. I'll be right with you guys. Hey. Right, we are now changed over to DCC. Right, first one I'm going to get out is good old Sierra number 3, KC Jones. Right, power on. We want it set for there. Here we go. Is it number 4? No. Number 5? No. There we go. Right. Let's have headlight on. And forward. Right, it'll be going bang road for a couple of minutes, guys, until I swap it over to the inside line. Jean Ricard. Hello, Jean Ricard. Nice to see you. Sorry, Jean, I'm just farting around with the trains at the moment. I'm just putting some away, getting some out. So it's just a bit of shunting, really. I'll tell you what you're doing, Brian. You're watching me. Right, here she comes. And there she goes. Right, let's get this switched over to the inside line. Right, that's that one. And now I am going to bring out, let's pop that one over, pop that one over. That one's already clear. Right, let me just find it. In the recall. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Power on. Let's right. Anthony Dodge, how are you, man? Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, guys, I've had a derailment. How unfortunate. Nothing we can't fix. There we go. Let's try that again. Oh, more troubles. You got your troubles, I've got mine. I don't know why, but it seems to have jumped the track. Right, that looks a lot better. Let's try again. Right. Okay. We're set. Change direction and go. Right, coming at you in a second, guys. Nice to see you, Anthony. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Anthony. It refused to give me the live stream. Right, here comes the one with the smoke. So on one of these trips, I'll stick the smoke on and you can see it in all its glory. I'm breaking up, am I? Back to normal, that's good. Right, now I've just got to figure out how to get the smoke on this other one. It's under a different function, so give me a second. Let me just see if I can. That's better. I'll just lower the sounds a little bit. On the Bullet Pacific, which is this one, it is, I got a feeling it's 12. Option 2. No. There we go. That's it. I've just lessened the sound a bit because it can get a bit soundy, if you like. Yeah, I think we can safely call this one the Black Mamba. Or Lexington Steel. That's a cracker. For those of you who don't know who Lexington Steel is, yeah, right. Just go on Google and look up Lexington Steel. I don't know if he's still in the industry, but he was quite a big porn star, if you catch my drift. Right, let's see if I can get this smoke going. Right, that's the whistle. This is the alternate whistle. Number 4. Coal shoveling. Number 5. Nope. Number 6. No, that's shunting speed. Number 7. That's wheels, flange wheel. Number 8. Let's just see what happens. Right, I think function 8 might have done it. It takes a little bit of time for the smoke to warm up. Yeah, Colin, it looks like Getz will be the place to be. There we go. All right, the smoke has arrived. It was on function 8. Andy, am I going to Getz? Yes, I am, Dino. Definitely. My wife's got 2 weeks off before that. I'm not sure if she's planning on us going anywhere specific, but it's literally the last 2 days of a holiday. So that's liable to interfere with things, but at the very least, I'll be there Sunday. Well, if that happens, Anthony, it happens. You know what fortune does for us. But obviously, for us, yeah, it'd be great if you could make it. If you can't, it's still an enjoyable event. And guys like Alan, who you've met, and Robert are going to be there. So at the very least, it'll be a laugh. Right, let's see if I can get the other one. How's that for smoke? Known as the Black Ron Jeremy. Just Googled the famous names. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of them. Yeah, it gives Savoy and Chip. Driver for Sunday. Would that be the wife, Peter? And how do you expect all the rest of us have it, Anthony, with all the ships you send to sea? Yeah, I think it can be. It depends. Also depends what the drivers are doing on the railways as well. But it's not that far. It's about 25, 30 miles up the road from me. so we can drive. Unfortunately, I'll have the car because my wife's off. Yeah, you'll go both days, Anthony. Yeah. Right. Let's see if I can. Now, if you can see up, where are we? Up here. That's where all the smoke's hanging. With these new smoke units that are based on vapes, as soon as the vape comes out of the funnel, it literally curls straight over and ends up down there. Because obviously the water vapor is heavier than air, and it just goes up and then curls straight back down again. So I find that a little disconcerting. But that's why I do the smoke units this way. A little more realism. Now, the Bullet Pacific you see coming towards you, which is Blackmore Vale, when this smoke unit runs dry, it automatically turns itself off, which is the good thing about it, because there's enough wires going through it. But you're going solo as Hannah is working. Oh, that's a shame, mate. The more the merrier, as they say. Obviously, I'll be coming along with Richard, so I've got my crutch with me. Right, let's see if I can get the smoke working on number 3333. This one is a Zaute smoke unit, and it's running out. I can tell that now. So I'll pull it up in front of you, and I'll show you what I have to do to do something about it. All right, turn that off. Turn this. All right, there we go. Stop. Stop. Right. There's Mark. Hello, Mark. Nice to see you. And Mr. Timbersurf. Great to see you. Yes, it's a lovely afternoon. The sun's come out, and here I am with my friends. Right. Let's just get some. I'll just get some smoke fluid, and I'll fill her up. Right. Here is said smoke fluid. I gather you get to see this the right way round. You do like smoke, but don't have any. Oh well. That's always something for you to work on, Timbersurf. But I like it. It's fun. Oh. Right. Here we go. Syringe. Doesn't need much. Only about that much. Which is about 5 mil or less. Here we go. Shaky hands, McGee. Right. And it's that easy. Now, let's just prime her up and we'll pull her away. Yeehaw. Right. Okay, here we go. Press function 6. And any second now. There we go. I'm just going to have to get that a blow down, I think. That's better. If you ever get to a point where you've got a smoke unit and for whatever reason it's not working and you know full well that you've put smoke fluid in it and you haven't put too much in there, always give a blow down the funnel, because you can get an air bubble in there which literally stops the smoke dead. And here comes old Casey. Hot dog pilot gives him the highball. Oh, yeah. Yeehaw. Now you may have noticed the Bullet Pacific has stopped smoking virtually. Hi, race fan. Nice to see you in. Welcome aboard. Right, I'll just kill 6 on there for a second. Now I'm going to bring the Bullet Pacific round and I'm going to do exactly the same thing, filling that up. So I hope you'll find that entertaining. I'll just increase the speed a little. Hi, Eric. Right, here we go. It's coming around now. Right, here she comes. Centilligrey.com, Shrewsbury, and that's when? 10th of June. Right, okay, man. Let's get some more jollop. Five milliliter. This is about that. And here we go. Right, we're in. And it's really that easy, guys. Anybody says that smoke units are difficult and they run too hot and blah, blah, blah. If you make allowances for that, you can run it and it's really good fun. It's like bringing up back all the old days of Triang, but this actually works, which is good. I'm afraid the Triang stuff was always a bit of a disappointment because you had to run it flat out to get enough power into the element to get enough smoke out of it. Right, let me just... Right, I've just turned the smoke back on. And as you can see, there is smoke issuing from the stack. So what it does when it's in idle mode, it's just got the fan just very slightly running. Good afternoon, Sean. Nice to see you. And yes, Sierra number 3 is a bit noisy. Right. So that's just got the fan operating at a very low revs, just to give the smoke a little bit of action. But as I go to turn up the power, here we go. Timber, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Let's get a bit of speed going here. Right, recall. Oh, sounds like Total Recall, actually. Right, just as Casey Jones comes around, I'll give him a little prod on the smoke. Function 6, go my beauty. Yeehaw. I can't say I'm that fond of funerals, Timber. They tend to crack me up a little. Yeah. When I was young, I didn't mind them so much, but I suppose as you get older and your position changes on such things, and obviously I find them a bit devastating these days. Jean Ricard says, back in the 60s, Zoute made a control tower that bridged the track with a tank for smoke fluids. Every time the locomotive passed, you got a drop in the funnel. Oh, how about that? I never heard of that one, Jean Ricard. The sound's breaking up now. Let me just make sure it's not this. Right, let me just see what my settings are. Microphone is way up there. How about that? Is that any better? Sounds fine. Okay, good. Yeah, I know Anthony's had some devastating funerals. I think the last one was Joyce's brother. Who sells the smoked units for the loco? You know, John, that does really sound good. As you can see, the smoke up here is hanging in the air. So anybody that has sob stories and, oh, it sprays everything over my trains. No, it doesn't. That's a load of old cobblers. Oh, it's Joyce's aunt a few weeks ago. Oh, crumbs. Yeah, who sells the smoke units? Right. There was a guy on YouTube called Rheingold. I don't know if he's still on there. He probably is. And he's a German guy who lives in Australia. And what he did, he's been ordering some smoke units from some of the ESU locomotives. And he offered them on eBay and gave a link. And I bought one. And then he also did a tutorial of how to actually fit it in, what boards you'd need, like an ESU 21-pin MTC, and the associated boards that go with it to power the smoke unit. And I couldn't get anybody to do it. Nobody was willing to, amongst the great and the good of DCC, nobody wanted to give it a try. oh, well, it's going to run too hot, and oh, we'll mess up your model. All the old cobblers. Sean Pacific Railroad. Hi, Sean. Great to see your video this morning. Love that. Train store one. I've seen you've got another, but obviously I'll check that out later. Welcome in, mate. We've gone a bit sort of steamy today. A little bit of smoke going. I'm sorry to hear that, Eric. I really am. Right, coming up behind you, Sean, will be Sierra number 3. Let me just get my trusty. There we go. Right, smoke unit coming on now. You might hear it pop. There you go. Oh, yeah. That bud's for you, Sean. I'll let you all sing the Casey Jones theme. Yeah, Brian, I'm going to do a little bit of work on this Sierra number 3 as well. It was quite a rebuild I did on that. I got a new motor for it from the States, and it took a while to get that disassembled, cleaned, and prepped for the motor conversion, because it had a really shitty old 3-pole triangle type motor. I'm afraid I haven't got it here anymore, but it was pretty dire. It was a Mantua Tyco model from the 60s, 70s. And what they did, they actually made it in 00 gauge. That was strange, but they couldn't get a motor small enough to make it HO gauge. So they went slightly upscale. Anyway, I gave it the treatment. It was pretty good. As you see it coming past now, let me get the smoke on again. There's a load of wires still sitting in there. I was pretty happy with the way the smoke box glows, and it gives a flickering fire effect. What I did, I actually put that on the cab roof on the inside to give the effect. James needs just one more. Now, guys, you can see how long this smoke actually lasts. Here comes the Blackmore Vale again, pulling some Cornish Riviera limited coaches. But you can see the smoke's still going, and that's been, what, a good 5 minutes now. And because it's got this ESU smoke unit in it, it senses when the reservoir gets too low, and it just turns it off, so it doesn't burn out any elements. Guys, if I can just remind you, hit the like button if you feel the need. Have we really got 16 in the chat? Uh-oh, Sean's phone died. Yes, it is, Colin. You when you sub, just sit down and watch a couple of the videos. Even in an abridged version, it will still count as a watch, and it will keep the stability with YouTube. See if I can get you a little bit closer. There we go. That may be a little too close. We'll see what it's like when Casey and Wally come around. Is the picture and sound still good? Can somebody say, guys? Yeah, that's it. You don't have to hit it with a sledgehammer, Lee, but feel free. Oh, that's good, Mark. Thank you. How's your kit coming along, Mark? Okay, Peter. Great to have you in. You're welcome in any time. Very valued member of the community. Peter Webster, everybody. They do have their merits, Sean. I try not to get hung up on any particular locomotive. I try to keep an open mind. I mean, it's nice to have. I suppose if you're British, then you would either gravitate towards Great Western Railway, London North East Railway, London Midlands and Scottish, or Southern. So there's the big four before it was all became British Railways. And people do get a bit hung up on trying to do various things. Oh, hang on, it's run out of smoke, so I'll turn the smoke unit off. You have to do that on the Zaute one. Otherwise it will burn the element out. So you have to watch it like a hawk. Yeah, Piccadilly Model Railway John. That is a good channel. The work he does is really quite precision work. It's really great scenic. Plus, with John, he appeals to both HO and Engage because he does both. Yeah, Piddling the Marsh is a good channel. I saw one full of innuendo. Really funny. Yeah, there's lots of great channels there. I find it difficult to push any in particular because we're also idiosyncratic about what we like. So what I like, Anthony might not necessarily like. I mean, we're all of a similar mind, but there's no accounting for taste. So I find it difficult to recommend things because it is a bit personal. And, Casey Jones might not be everybody's cup of tea. Some people liked it because it had trains in it. Some people because it was a Western. Plus, there was usually a pretty good punch up every week. Yeah, you'll get round it, Sean. No problem. Once you get an inkling of an idea, you'll then go with it, and it will expand from there. So don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, that's the other side of the coin, Anthony. You push one channel, and you feel you want to push 100. Yes, you do indeed, Mr. Timbersurf, as you are a 3D printing guru. Yeah, that's a weighty point, but it's very difficult. Engage is a difficult scale to do 3D printing in. Mr. Fly Mode Chairman, Adam, how are you, man? Oh, look, we seem to have run out of smoke again. The principle is the same for building, yeah, but it's a lot finer scale. It's literally half the scale of HO or 00. So that is obviously tougher. The smaller you go. Right. You, my friend. Stop! That's what you call momentum, guys. Right. Let's get some more smoke up the bung. All right, here we go. Same principle as before. A trusty Zaute. This is 250 milliliters, a quarter of a liter. So 5 milliliter. Don't overfill it. So it's about that much. It's not much in there. It really isn't, but it doesn't need to be much. What's occurring? I've got problems. There is trouble at the mill with that one. Oh, it's all gone quiet. Oh, apart from Mr. Bullied over there. Right. Oh, that's a shocker. Casey Jones seems to have stripped his gear. So I don't quite know what's happened there. Right, let me just try again. Hang on a minute, guys. No. No. He's jumping his gear, so I'm going to have to work on that one. Sorry about that. Let's just grab my syringe. Here we go. The smoke is in the hole. Right, here we go. Oh, it just shows you I've had a failure on stream. Trouble at the mill. Wasn't expecting a Spanish Inquisition. Nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition. Smoke in the hole. Right. Okay. Let's cross over to 1, 2, 3. It is function 8. Right. Let's get you running. There we go. Bernie! Hiya, man. And here is my usual greeting. Nice to see you, Bernie. How are you feeling today? And the smoke is operating. Right, here she comes, guys. Okay, Sean, good luck with that, mate. I'm sure you'll do the right thing. Catch you next time. Take it easy. Craven Arms and District Circle, Ludlow race called Shropshire. Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd run a few steamers today, Bernie, but unfortunately, Casey Jones has blown a gasket. So, shame about that, but I think I know what the trouble is. I think the motor might have moved away from its adhesive. And what did I use for adhesive on that? It was a special glue I had to get. It was a Gorilla Glue, but I had to actually get it from the States, I think. I've got some here somewhere. Just bear with me, guys, and I'll find it. It's in one of these boxes down here. I can't see you. Where are you? Oh, man. Anybody was watching Craig's channel the other day? Here's another one by Yoo-Hoo, and it's a Yoo-Hoo glue pen. So it comes in a tube. I think it's more for doing envelopes and things, the stuff you used to do with glue gum. Remember that? It's so old that the actual price on it has faded off. Yeah, it's obviously it's probably aimed at schools or something like that. 30-minute drive away. Right. Well, I can't find where that glue has gone. I think it might be down on the deck here somewhere. Give me a minute, right? It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. I'm not deserting you, honest. It would be nice to find it. Ah, here we go. It is called Gorilla Construction Adhesive. That looks like that. And that's what I use to fix the motor down inside Sierra number 3. And I rather think that's come adrift, allowing the worm drive to just skim across the cog for the main drive. So I'll look into that. Yeah, that's not going to be easy to put that lot back together. So that's another thing I've got to do. Yeah, grips light shit. Well, I think that was the idea. What I did, I put the cog mesh in with the worm drive and left a tiny bit of room in there, just so it wouldn't over mesh. Well, I wasn't convinced I actually really got it right, but that's something I can mess around with. You have a large bottle of that. Between all of you have anybody to 25, 35 different adhesives and epoxy. Cool here. Yeah, same here, Anthony. I've got just about a little of everything. I've got some canopy glue. Something which is really good with foam is this stuff, and it's called Collal, and that does glue a lot of things. It's very much like Yoo-Hoo in its consistency, perhaps a little thinner, but that's pretty good when you have to use foam or anything that melts with solvents. Usual super glue. That one I think that's a pretty thin one. Expo. What else have we got? Polystyrene cement for kits. Super expert fella. It does smell nice. Here's one for you. This is called radio controlled modeler's glue, and it is effectively canopy glue. It dries clear and slightly flexible, and it's good for canopies. I can't even see how much that is. £3 something. And then on top of that, the usual epoxy resins. Yeah. Why do you need one more to sub, Brian? Yeah, if anybody watched Sean's video this morning where he visited a toy and railroad model train store, I should say, there was a lot of Fowler kits in there, Volmer kits, I think it's Polar as well. Great shop. Shame it's right out in the middle of California, about, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 miles away. Power Bond 806 super glue. Available shows in the Northwest. Its shelf life is excellent. Okay, that's a good one to look out for. Thanks, Timber. Yeah, but Brian, can you really tell? Can you really tell? Particularly if your building's at a little bit of a distance, you're not really going to be able to tell HO from 00. Really. It's the difference between what, 184th and 176th. James's channel. Well, I'm already subscribed to James. I'll see if Richard's subscribed to James, and I can always give him give him an arm twist. Just don't put figures next to fella. Okay. 10,000 miles away. 10,000 miles is a long way. No, I won't sing. Sorry. Yeah, it'd be interesting to do some comparisons, actually, Brian. Yeah, 10,000 miles away. Well, it's what, 3,000 miles across the pond from London to New York. How many thousand miles is it across the States? Yeah, it's probably getting on for 10,000 miles. I just find it amazing that we can actually talk to each other and enjoy each other's videos worldwide. In fact, who knows? The Martians might be tuning in because they like a bit of model railroad. The Lonesome Train's 10,000 miles. Yeah, I can't remember who did that. It was a song called 10,000 Miles. And I think it was by Michael Holiday. Tell me if I'm right, Fly Mode, would you? On the other side was the runaway train came down the track as she blew. And on the reverse side was 10,000 miles. 3,500 miles across the USA. So you're looking at 6,500 miles. It's still a lot. It's still a lot, Sean. And I would imagine California is quite sunny at the moment. Blast it. It can be 3,100 miles. Thank you, Mr. Dodge, for using miles and not confusing me completely. I do declare she's run out of jollop again. New York to LA is 2,800 miles. It's still a bloody long way, considering 800 miles is about the max you'll be able to do in the UK. Brakes! It's all gone quiet. Right. Give me a second. Oh, I'll tell you what I can do. Yes, I can, or can I? I used to have a little van here. Here we go. I've got a van converter here. This is an explosives wagon. And as you can see on one side, it's got a KD. And on the other side, it's got a tension lock. And this is what I use as a little converter. So what I can do is I can do something funky now. I'll pop this onto there. I'm going to get Bernie's 37 out, if I can remember. If I can remember what the I've just got to try and remember. Bernie, that EWS that you sent me, can you remember what the number is and what you programmed it as? Recall. Right. Select loco. Let's try 3. Nope, it ain't 3. Let me try and pull it out of the shed. Push it out of the shed. Right, come on, me beauty. Out you come. It's 37419. Can you remember what you programmed it as? The number on the loco. Okay, let's try that. Select loco. Let's try 19 for a starter. It ain't 19. Select loco 419. No, it ain't a 3-digit number. Let's try 7419. Select 7419. Nope. Let's try 3719. 3719. Enter. That's better. I got it. Number 5. Right, hang on there, partner. Number 9. Right, open that one. Right, on a bit. Right, I'm going to have to turn it round. Sorry, guys. Right, let's hope I don't short the whole lot out. Okay, we're on, and we're on. Right, here we go. Start. Direction, go. Right, we're on. Okay, so you'll be coming around in a second. Yeah, you programmed it as 3719. So the first bit and the last bit of the number, Bernie, which is what I do. I don't know if it's some kind of convention, but 37 denoting the type of loco it is, and here she comes. She'll be coming past you. Digger Evans, hi mate. Here comes. X Bernie 37. There you go. Pulling an explosives van and Ashton, Topeka, and Santa Fe rake of 1880s coaches. Read my messages, Andy. I can't. Yeah, I'm okay, Digger. Thank you. Hang on. Let's go. I'm just backing up the messages a bit. How far do you want me to go? Bingo. It's not the Mary Chapin Carpenter song. I don't know. I'll let you know, Flymo. View deleted message. What did you say? 3719. Okay. Right. Let's get back up to speed. Here she comes again. Right. Now, before I got interrupted, I was going to put some more jollop in the machine. Oh, you off, Colin? Give my regards to Gemma. I'll catch up with you next time, my friend. Right, here goes. Some jollop. Right. That should do us. Here we go. Okay, that should last a good long time now. I think you prefer Blackmore Vale. Yeah, well, that's understandable. I have mixed them up now, Mark, to its utmost degree. You've got a Class 37 with an unrelated Dynamite van and American HO old time stock. Does it get more radical than that? Could it be mixed up any further than that? That's a tough one. But even Blackmore Vale is pulling Cornish Riviera Limited. I think they're Hawksworth coaches. So it's not really prototypical, but it's run what you brung. Oh, thanks for pumping those up, Flymo. Much obliged. Right, have we got any smoke coming out of Blackmore Vale? Right, so what I'll do then, let's go to Blackmore Vale. Turn off the smoke, which is on function 8. Turn it on again, and that should reset it now. Here we go, guys. Have we got smoke? I believe we have. Yeah, that's true, Mark. But I'm always open to suggestions. And as we say, it's a bit of fun. Now, it's just the same. Shame my Sierra number 3's gone belly up. Yeah, so Mark, if you've got any requests for, well, just pick a request out of the out of the sky. Usually somebody will make a suggestion down the week, and I'm happy to oblige. Right, here she comes. Yeah, I like your style, Anthony. That's funny. Right, let's get a motoring. Anthony made a DC loop on the railroad table. Whoa! You're dicing with death there, Brian. Right, here she comes. High speed, low drag. You're not with it today. That's okay, Adam. That's good. Too fast. Is that better? Yeah, I can do, Brian, but I was pretty careful to try and keep it level. Lovely. Okay. Well, I do like to mix it up a bit, and yes, I did clean the track today with yonder Fleischmann rubber. That's the new one I got. Here's the old one I got, and it's great. You just rub away. And it's great for removing any marks or anything like that. It's great. Brilliant quality track rubbers, and they do, well, no damage as far as you can tell without a microscope. Okay. Right. What have I got here? You mean like these, Mark? This is a bullet 63-foot corridor composite first stroke second green. Yeah, there you go. What did I pay the princely sum of? £18 for that one. That's cheap. Well, that sounds like me, Timber Surf. Paid £5. Yeah, well, they vary. And when some of them have been in the sun, some of them get a little leached out, if you know what I mean. Here's another one that might interest you. Test car, number 10. Pre-owned item. That was nearly 30 quid, that one. So they're obviously thin on the ground. Ooh! Yeah, Yeah, well, they do, you know. There's something that would interest our American friends. A Waters heavyweight classic, New York Central. I believe that is a sleeping carriage with 12-wheel bogies. Love them. Is it nearly really 2:30? How about that? £28 at Rails at the moment. What's £28 at Rails? Oh, hang on. I've got a Hornby Southern slam door coach. Totally odd man out. Silver seal and all. Came with a batch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got a few odd man out. But you do hang on to them. Yeah, the 12-wheelers. And they have a very distinctive sound again over the rail joins. So where you're getting click, 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 click. This is going click, 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 click. You can't get excited about coaches. Well, you know. You've got the remaining 2-car set from your Munich Nuremberg Express set coming this week. Oh, okay. Dino's got to go. Thanks for coming, Dino. Always a pleasure having you in again. Another great member of the community. I'm looking forward to seeing some of what Dino does with his Märklin gear. Grab it and run, Mr. Finn. You're looking at Maroon British Railways 12-reel restaurant card, 12 quid. That's pretty good, Brian. Depends who's making it, because it was originally made by Mainline, and it's one of those Mainline Dapol Hornby type things. Dapol, okay. Yeah. Chances are then, Brian, it might have plastic wheels. Digger Evans will be right back. Yeah, plastic wheels. I've got a feeling, Brian, they're an odd size as well. So if you're looking to change them, if you do, you might get a situation where the roofs don't match when you're running it with a rake of other cars. So you've got to try and find metal wheels that are exactly the same diameter. And I believe that's tough. In this case, the answer is actually Dapol. Yeah, that's right, Chris. Another set of the new Bachmann Bullied coaches, unfortunately, you just can't afford what the price they are now. Yeah, they've got to be 70, 80, 90 pounds. It's a matter of time, if that's the case, Mark, to wait for them to... Oh, okay, you're going. Thanks for coming, Sean. Great videos, great guy. Thanks for coming. Another distinguished member of our community. You've got dapole wheels. What, metal ones, Brian? Is that you going as well, James? Right. Oh, well, as long as they're the same diameter, you should be fine. Got one of those somewhere. Okay, thanks for coming, James. Always great to have you in. You bought it. Oh, you devil. Yeah, they're really nice. They've got little top lights over the windows. I don't know if you saw that feature, Brian, but they are pretty tasty. Is it in, I gather it's British Rail Maroon? Early Crest, probably. Oh, yes, James, yes. Of course, yeah, you did say. Well, enjoy that and take care of yourself, and I'll catch you next time. Yeah. There we go. Well, if someone would like to buy a few diesels or multiple units from my brother and myself, I may well be able to afford to set some of the new Bachmann Bully coaches. Okay, Mark, if you want to do a little video about what you got or do a little post with a picture, that'd be great. Okay, Timber Surfs, thanks for coming in and moderating in the brilliant way that you do. And I'll catch you soon. Yeah, it never fails to amaze me how YouTube can just out people from their subscriptions. I really don't get it. I can understand it if you don't watch any of their wares, you subscribe to somebody and then don't watch them, and they just go through with a dustpan and brush. But when you do watch, oh dear, I don't get their take on things at all. Pick it up tomorrow. How do you manage that, Brian? Is that via Facebook or something like that, or is that an eBay? It's a glitch in the matrix. They do not remove you for not watching or commenting. What is the criteria then, Anthony? You're a learned man. If you'd like to expand on that, I'm all ears. It's obviously some complicated algorithm or whatever they use. It's just such a complex program to try to delete and remove dead accounts for security protocols and subscriptions to get blooped by accident. Oh, okay, I understand. You get too scruffy. Chris, that's funny. Oh well. Yeah, well, join the club, mate. Um, there's nothing better than being at home with a pair of trousers with the arse hanging out of them. Yeah, just make sure you have a bath before going live. It's been an age-old problem at train shows that we go to. Billions of sweeps a day, even a 1% error margin leads to 10 million errors per sweep. Yeah, yeah, it can be. Second-hand dealer, Dave Angel. Yes, I've heard of Dave Angel. Well, I'm glad that you're not not far away. Okay, Jean Ricard, if you're popping off, great to see you, and for your input as always. Thank you very much for coming in. A moleskin shirt. There was just seams by the time they go off here. You're right. Yeah. Oh, hello, Mike at Putnam Junction. You're back. If people don't thumb or leave a comment, YouTube will remove them. Went from 76 to 69 overnight. Yeah, well, it does happen. I'm having a little trouble getting to the 200 mark. It seems to be hovering around the 193, 195. It will go up a few and then it will go back down a few. So I don't get it. Not that I'm really hungry for that kind of stuff. It's a bit of fun on a Sunday with some trains and some good people to keep you company. It's nice. Here comes England, Wales, and Scotland. Yay. Right, what I think I'll do now. Shall I give the Flying Scotsman a run? Right, let's see how this works out. Hello, Jackie. Nice to see you. You're not feeling too good. Oh, that's bad. I'm sorry to hear that, Jackie. I really am. More friends we got, the better. Right, now the last time I tried this, things went a little bit awry. So let's see what happens now. Right, slow it down. No, that's all good. There we go. What I'll do now is put that one over. I'm just going to change the points, guys. Now you are in a right position to watch Bernie EWS trot on over. Coming around now. didn't even see it burning. Okay. Right, as this one is on at the moment. Right, let's just get this run back in to its siding. And then I'll bring out, as a tour de force, the Flying Scotsman. What am I? 3719. There we go. Right, onwards a bit. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. A bit slower. And you just stop right there. Okay. Quick flip of that one, and you. And we are ready to go in the other direction. Let's see how this goes. Okay, Brian, thanks for coming in, mate. Nice to see you. Nice. There we go. Right, I'll just isolate that one. We are now moving on to DC. And we need that one open. We need this one open. I need to number 2. Right. Move over to DC. And we should be going into reverse. And here comes there we go. Reset the switch and forward. Here comes. Here comes the Flying Scotsman. This one's for you, Adam. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah. Hello, Simon. SJ Dusty. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, marginally warmer for a moment. I think it was quite cool this morning when I went out to get a paper for my old man. American Spec Scotsman. Yeah, this is the 1969 version. Just laying a bit of track. Nothing wrong with that. All good. Yeah, fair, Simon, fair. Just wondering what the next week will bring. A little bit of a stammer there. Don't like the sound of that. Let's give it a little light refreshment. See how well this does. Let's see if that makes a difference. Cloudy until next Friday. Warmer temperatures coming for a couple of days. Well, that's good. At least you weren't in the grip of all those tornadoes. I know where that might be. Let me just check underneath. Yep, all good. All good. Sometimes if the changeover switch connected to the point motor doesn't change, you can get a reversal of polarity down there. That seemed to go through a lot better. So perhaps the switch was just a little bit off. One tornado 35 miles north. Now, in the big scheme of things, Anthony, that's a narrow squeak, really. Yeah, I think you might be right, Chris. You probably know more about that yourself and Anthony than I would. Let's see if I can move you a little closer to the action. How are we going to do this? About there. In theory, you should just miss that. We'll give it a shot. I'll slow the Scotsman down a bit, just so we don't get an impact. Oh, I just missed. Get bypassed because you're in a geological depression. Tornadoes go a few miles north or south. Only twice in your life has touched Toledo. Oh, well, that's good, actually. It'd be nice if they either diverted or fizzled out before they got to you. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, not often. Well, you know, guys, actually the sun's come out now. And I think I can actually turn the heater off. Right, here we go. Right, let's just open this up carefully because it's blooming hot. That's it. Just give that a wipe. Don't want anything residual around there. There we go. Flip it over. Right, done. You're working your way through The real ale menu at the moment. Ooh, it sounds good. You're the cloudiest city in continental USA from November the 1st to April the 1st. Okay. So that it does make you a bit overcast, doesn't it? Cheers, Flymo. Yeah, that's the thing about cloud. It does tend to keep the heat in. But you get those clear nights, and boy, does it get cold. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good, actually, because you get a sunny day and then you pay the price at night. You really do, particularly when it drops down to something like -10, something like that. Ooh. Can't find the blinking emojis. Yeah, every time I hit an emoji, it moves the chat up. And then I have to toggle between top chat and live chat to get it back down where it needs to be. I'll give you a little change of scene, guys. Here we go. Hang on. There you go. How's that? If you're on Apple, there the smiley face on the left of your post field. No, I'm not on Apple, Chris. -10 to -20. That's a shocker. I've already been there, Adam. Yeah, did that yesterday. Spring shaven haircut. Yeah, apparently there's my son was saying there's a professor, like a cartoon character, sort of grey hair with this bit of hair shooting up from the widow's peak, with these thick glasses. I can't remember what it was. He did show me, but it was quite funny. Working up to the yearly bath. Yeah, I'll move you around a little bit more. There you go. How's that? The snow is heavy on the steps. That's Siberia, isn't it? Yeah, -5 to +5. That's not good, really. No, you can't always guarantee that kind of stuff, Anthony. the first biannual hose down. No, when I did the hair cutting yesterday, I almost immediately ran in the bath because I can't stand those little bits of hair that get stuck behind your collar and drive you mad. You was going to lower your ears this morning. Sarah made you go to the farm shop instead. It's never exceptionally cold or warm in Wales. You have the Gulf Stream. Yeah, that's a weighty point in your favour there, Chris. Not yet, Adam. Not yet. Tell you what I'll do. Shall I bring the Sterling single out? I can run that on the other line. Give me a second, guys, and I will organise that. Let's just make sure it'll miss it first. Yeah, should do. Right. Okay. I have got to open up this one. I've got to normalise those points. Open those points. We want reverse. We want forward. And here we go. She's on her way. Okay, guys, coming at you. I hope this is slow enough. We had the flannelette removed the other day. I thought it might be, what's that, a winceyette? Isn't that the stuff they make pyjamas out of? Right, here she comes. Should be coming right past you. Yeah, everything missed. That's good. Carl Stevens, hello, welcome in. Yeah, it missed you. I did check it out before, Anthony, just to see if there was a couple of mil in it. A couple of 16ths, quarter of an inch. Try sellotape to get the sharp stubble out of the seams. Yeah. Oh, well, that's a good little trick there. Use sellotape to get the stubble out of the seams. It's great if you've got some sellotape, man. Right, here comes the Sterling single. And a rake of Hornby Great North Railway cheap coaches. In fact, what I'll try and do, I'll slow it down so you can get a view of these coaches because they're really quite nice. I know they're Hornby. Wasp alert. I might have to just deal with this wasp, guys. Hang on a minute. Where are we? Here we go. I'm going to whack it. No, it's being evasive. Bugger. Gotcha. Deader. Sorry, I just had to massacre this wasp. Right, I'll just reverse her up there a second. Here comes the sterling silver. Yeah, these are the Hornby coaches that are around the same period as the GNR Sterling Sterling single. That driving wheel there in real life is 8'1", 8'2", and the detail on this and the paint is just absolutely superb. You can see how slowly it runs. That's on DC. It's still tickling along. Amazing. You put a DCC chip in that, which you can do. It should run really sweetly. Right, here we go. Very slowly forward. Increasing a bit more. There we go. I'll run up past as slowly as I can. Hi, Jean-Ricard. You're back again. Back for more. There's the Sterling single coming past. Just wanted to show up these Hornby coaches. The first one you see there has got, it's like an observation end. So it's got these the windows in it right next to the tender there. And obviously a ducket, which is where the guards stick their head into so they can see down on that from the train. And then there's the rest of it's heavily panelled, so it's obviously a brake van of some kind or a converted brake van. And then you come onto the coaches there, which have all got individual handrails on them, like handles, door handles and things. So that's two coaches. And remember, this is running on DC, so that's pretty good going for the Sterling single to be going that slowly. There's a third, which has got a slightly different window arrangement. And again, there's another composite brake with you can see the ducket there right at the back, which is that lump that's sticking out on the end of it. And it also has the windows at the back. So we've got one full brake end, one half brake end. That's pretty good stuff. Let's get her moving a bit. Yeah, it's a really nice model. It obviously belongs to my son, but it's he did say get the coaches out and give them a run, and I'm happy to oblige, Sean. Yes, I asked a biochemist friend of mine what wasps were actually good for, and he said that they eat detritus. That's their main aim in life. They just eat rubbish. So you haven't got arachnophobia then, Chris? Here comes the Sterling. Sterling work. There you go. Well, it's a bit of fun, guys, you know. So we're having a sort of, at the moment, it's a Great Northern Railway, London North East Railway fest with a few provisos there thrown in. Anthony, if Joyce is watching, hi Joyce. The Flying Scotsman. Louder, she just walked in. Hi Joyce. Narrow gauge. I know that's something something my son was talking about, but he never actually got around to getting anything. What would the scale be? N-gauge sort of width of track, but HO gauge. Is that HON? Yeah, I know there's things like the Fairley that they produce. But yeah, he was talking about it. Never actually got around to doing it. Ugh. But that's always something that we can cobble together. Yeah, that's the best way, Anthony. Always try and sleep off a cold. HON 30. Oh, HON 30, isn't that? Yeah, that's for HO gauge track, though, isn't it? We're using O gauge gear. Yeah, 009. Yeah, that's what it would have been, 009. So it's 9mm track, but a 00 gauge. So yeah, narrow gauge, HO00 type thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's always something that can come along. It only needs a little gentle tilt, and then I think you'll go at it full pelt. It's genuinely the way that things strike us. You know, when you get hot to do something, all of a sudden, boom, off it goes. And you have to stay with it as long as you're hot for it. Okay, guys, here is my 2 oils of choice. You've got Hobby Lube Premium Medium Oil and good old Labelle 108. So that's really what I use. This one, as you can see, has got a really fine point on it. It's almost like a syringe. And that is great for getting into those places, particularly when you're doing axles and you have to move the wheel apart. It's a lot thinner than that one is. So it's only, I'd say, about 1 mil across. Really good, that. And that's what I tend to use. They're quality oils made for the model railway industry. So, and as it says on there, USA. There are others, but this is what I tend to use because I know they're safe on plastic. And while they're not conductive or non-conductive, If you put it on a conductive surface, it won't stop it conducting, but it won't act as a non-conductor either. It's electrically neutral. Yes, you're right, John Ricard. It would. Be all around that time. You're looking at early 1900s with these. Yeah, about the turn of the last millennia. So, no, that's not right, is it? The 1900s. So it'll be the latter part of the earlier part of the 20th century. 19th? Oh, never mind. I'm not going to tie myself in knots. Yes, effectively, you're right, Chris. Let's move that out of the way. Yeah, I believe you're right, Chris. They did have a certain charm. It's not just that, it's literally the steam engines from all over the world. They had all their own idiosyncrasies at the time. In America, you had the balloon stacks and then the single high stacks, moving over from 440s to 260s and 460s and bigger. Yeah, a great era. And then, of course, 1929 comes along, and here comes the Flying Scotsman and the A3s and A1s. No problem, Anthony. You just wish Joyce all the best and keep taking the paracetamol and the Lemsips and things like that. Just something to give you a little bit of relief from it. Yeah, Caledonian Railway 123 will look out of place. KVU CR 123 as a test for any railway they were absorbing. They couldn't run on it. They weren't buying the railway scheme of the area. Yeah, fair enough. If you're wondering why it's noisy, it's actually the tender, I think. I don't think the tender's heavy enough on this Sterling single, and it does tend to make the wheels ride a little light. So that may well benefit from having a DCC and sound in it, plus perhaps some little extra weight. not overdoing it, but a little extra. You have listeners that comes around. Thanks, Mike. Nice to see you in. All the best to Sue. Yeah, monstrous, Chris. Size of that main driving wheel, absolutely incredible. And unlike the model, that was its only motive power. Right, let's just grab my. There we go. Hey, there we are. Let's just tilt you down a bit. Okay. Right then. I'm gonna chop it about now, guys, because I've got to go and get something to eat because I'm a little hungry. Thank you all very much for coming, and it's a nice sunny day, and I'm gonna try out there. Perhaps give Richard a hand with the weeds because he's out there doing the P-way at the moment. Backgrounds, right? Tullyar. That's off a Class 55 Celtic and off of a Class 37 English China Clays. There's a few interpretations of signal, what do you call them, signs. So, yeah, I'm going to chop it there, guys. And hopefully next Sunday I'll be fit and happy and having the factory with the smokestack. Oh, that. Okay. Let me just point you in that direction. It's a China Clay dries. Just make sure I'm looking in the right way. I'll try and move a little closer. There you go. It's a China Clay dries. A kit. It's not a kit. It's made in resin by Backman Scencraft for Kerno Model Railways in Cornwall. That's where it's bought. It's not cheap. It really isn't a cheap. As for the rest of it, you've got Union Pacific up there. There's all my wheels and bits and pieces up there. Extra lubrication if I need it. Warning, limited clearance. Railway ephemera, if you like. Just up there is where I keep my loco cradle. Up there, that's where I've got some of the sheets which tell me what locomotive has what function on them. Railway clock, Empire State Express, New York Central, Southern Pacific lines, and there's always my hat up there, which always good for a couple of wasps. So there's your tour. Yeah, all good fun. Thanks all for coming. Thanks, Mark, for coming. Yeah, I'll mix it up a bit next week. See if I can get Casey Jones fixed. Poor old Sierra number 3. I'm waiting for somebody to come out with a scale Sierra, number 3. Somebody like KR Models or Rapido. In HO gauge, it will be absolutely great. Be better if it had a steam unit in it or like a smoke unit. Thanks, Jean Ricard. Very kind of you to say so. Lee, as he's just said, is live at 5. Obviously, Anthony, if you could make it over for Gets, I'd be absolutely overjoyed to see you. And if you can persuade your lovely wife to come with you, I'm sure Joyce would love it, because we'd be all over you like a rash, you know it. Thanks, Adam. It would be great to see you down for Gets, because you know it's we've got quite a gang, and yeah, it's the sum of the parts which make the community, and it's a great community, and I love being a part of it. It's great, and we get to run trains and we get to chat, and generally it's quite light-hearted. So thanks everybody for coming, and everybody stay safe. I would say Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains, but I don't want to step on any copyright there. There's another $5, Anthony. Yeah, obviously if things go well, we'll see you at Gets. If you can't make it or something gets in the way, we'll live with that. That's just fortune. But thanks for coming, everybody. Lee at 5. Enjoy yourself, stay safe, and I'll catch you soon. Adios, amigos.